Greetings everyone, welcome to Arcturian Philosophy, outside in this beautiful nature. Now, in this video what I wanted to address was a comment that I noticed from someone. Also, this is something that I'd wanted to discuss as well because I knew it would be confusing. What the person was saying was that I can tell that you are 100% demonically possessed. And at first I got kind of angry at that. Not about being called demonically possessed, but because I've had to fight off demonic possession so many times and almost died over it, was almost assassinated over it, that it's not even funny. And so I thought, well, you know, getting angry with this person is not going to help. But one thing they did point out was they pointed out, and your avatar, the picture of the eye, the purple eye that I have up there, was very telling. And I actually thought that to myself when after I'd started making everything. But the truth was that I just happened to like the picture. I'm thinking that maybe I should change that, but I'm not sure what to change it to because I really like the picture. Also, the other thing that I was thinking of with the eye was, you know, because the people that are still basically either worshiping Satan or worshiping Ra or worshiping somebody and having sold their soul, they resonate very strongly with the eye, the all-seeing eye concept. And I thought, well, part of me was thinking, well, if I use an avatar that kind of speaks to part of their modality or gives some respect to what they think, maybe they'd be more likely to want to watch me and not think of me as just someone who totally hates them or something, which I don't. And also, this Easter I was very insistent on getting a cross. Like that means anything, but I was very insistent on getting a cross for myself so that I would always remember that I stand in the light of Christ. When you stand, this might sound to some metaphysical folks kind of, you know, like not something to mention, but when you stand in the light of Christ, it's very difficult for other influences, other demonic thought forms, things of that nature to mess with you, basically. And so I wanted to make a video here explaining that no, I am not demonically possessed. And what's my proof of that? My proof of that is my own personal testimony ever since August, was when it first started happening, of having to fight off demonic possession and being the only person in my area, which was the Eastern Bay Area at the time. Now I'm in a different location, but the Eastern Bay Area, I was the only person in my town, in my entire town, to fight off demonic possession. I almost died. There would be things left around my apartment in the middle of it, which in the middle of it you can't think straight, you can hardly do anything, and they were going to sell my soul for $80, something like that. And I simply refused to give in to any of it. I would keep saying, no, I don't agree, no, I'm not doing this, no, no, no. I experienced the feeling of fire burning in your eyes, the feeling of a heartburn, and those are the typical signs of a full possession. And I had to fight this stuff off by myself. At the time it felt like it was by myself, but I know that there were people that were helping me that I didn't know about exactly. So that, you see, that is my response to believing that I'm demonically possessed. I do want to keep the eye as my avatar, but see, it's not, to me, it's not the all-seeing eye. To me, it is a picture of a very beautiful extraterrestrial eye that just happens to look pretty. That was what I was thinking of, even though I thought to myself, well, you know, some types might take this the wrong way, but what I've noticed is that, you see, a lot of people, even light workers, you see, because of the climate that we're experiencing right now, we have to try to blend in, and that, frankly, is one of my ways of blending in to the rest of everything, the rest of all the Luciferian stuff. So If you see the eye thing with my avatar and you think that it's bad, well, technically I suppose having that as an avatar is bad, but I didn't want to see it that way. If you have any ideas for something better, I'd love to hear them. For some reason that just seemed to fit for me when I was making it. It also matched the colors of the background art. So yeah, the reasons for that as an avatar were purely aesthetic, pretty much. And as far as, well, about being possessed, what I can tell you is even though you may not be able to, a person may not be able to fully possess someone else, a demonic thought form, they can go to areas in your body, and that's something that just about all of us have problems with right now, with demonic thought forms in areas of our body. And so that is something that I have been a little bit worried about. But as far as taking over the entire person, that is something that they were never able to do to me, which made them very angry. Let me tell you, they were very, very angry that they couldn't, quote, take her or turn her. They would say, take it, or turn it, or things like that, referring to me as an it. Other things along those lines, as an animal, as a cow, as a cat. And so when someone says, I can tell you're 100% demonically possessed, are there teachers that are possessed? Yes, there are, but that mostly those are the famous ones, the really famous ones who have really nice videos and everything. They are the ones that have the most trouble with demonic thought form possession. Now me, I have a channel that almost nobody watches, and was almost assassinated several times for refusing to go along with the Luciferian agenda and saying, no, I stand in the light of Christ. So I'd leave that decision up to you to think whether I'm demonically possessed or not, but I would definitely say the answer is a big resounding no for that. So this is Arcturian Philosophy responding to that comment. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Blessings to you all.